Joining us now to discuss is Mike Benz, the executive director of the Foundation for Freedom Online. Mike, thanks for being here tonight.
Thanks, Kara.
Okay, so the big question about Secret Service now is why didn't they have someone securing the roof that the shooter used? And Cheadle says, the new excuse now is that it was too sloped to have snipers on, but it's pretty flat compared with the actually sloped roof that the Secret Service shot the would-be assassin from. So what's going on here?
That doesn't check out at all. I mean, it's comical. It is so insulting as to be absolutely enraging. She should be fired for that statement alone. A less than 10-degree slope is sufficient to have the literal nearest elevated surface to the podium be completely unguarded. Add that to the fact that we now have reports that the shooter was spotted and police were warned 26 minutes in advance of the shots being fired. Then you have, it may be perhaps somewhat understandable that the sniper did not want to necessarily open fire if they didn't identify that it was a, long-range rifle able to take that shot. But how did no one warn the president? How did no one, when they had 26 minutes advance of somebody up on that roof, did they not say, Mr. President, we're going to delay. You're going to have to step off the stage until we can secure an unknown potential assailant on literally the nearest elevated surface to the podium. But frankly, there's a much darker picture here that's beginning to be sketched out, and we don't know the depth of it yet, or whether this is indeed a lone gunman or there is something larger afoot. But the fact is the Secret Service has unanswered questions that it must answer for. Dating back to January 6th, it was the Secret Service who was supposed to be protecting Kamala Harris at the DNC building. And lo and behold, the pipe bomb that at the building that their VIP, they were supposed to have done advance. They were supposed to scour the area. The pipe bomb was literally, as we're told, sitting on the leg of the nearest park bench on the DNC building premises to the entrance to the building. You could walk right on the street, have coffee on that bench, and the idea that the Secret Service missed that and then wiped all of their phone communications, which Kim Cheadle said, oh, that's, oopsie, it was just a data migration, nothing to see here. Meanwhile, the FBI on top of the investigation has not identified probably the most dangerous man or woman. We don't know the age, we don't know the race, we don't know anything, not a single skin cell, hair follicle. Not a single footprint has basically been detected of this person who spent 90 minutes walking on foot through the national security state's home court of Capitol Hill. And the Secret Service wiped out all their texts. We don't know whether or not there was a rogue person within Secret Service who allowed that bomb to be planted, given the fact that the FBI cut off the stationary camera before the pipe bomber opens the bag to take the bomb out. So we don't even know if it's the same device. Frankly, there should be an entire subcommittee beyond just weaponization of government, but specifically the corruption of federal law enforcement, from FBI to DHS and specifically Secret Service within that, because we are now at a point where our federal law enforcement is so corrupt that we need a totally parallel, independent investigation and prosecutorial means outside of these corrupt channels.
That we do. And, looking at the DNC pipe bomb as well, Darren Beatty from Revolver News points this out, that when you see it being the pipe bomb being discovered, like you said, it sat up there in full view of everyone and somehow Secret Service missed it. Everyone missed it. But when it was discovered, the cops in the immediate area, the federal authorities in the area, I should say, that they wait for about 2 minutes. You see a bunch of school kids actually walk by. They don't scream, get back, kids. The kids just walk on by. They sit there. And then the rest of the team comes in and they get really close. They start taking pictures. I mean, I thought you're supposed to set up the perimeter, right, and send in the little robot that's going to detonate the bomb, but it was handled very bizarre. So like you said, I mean, this goes back even years now. So looking at this current situation from over the week, and I know there were snipers that were actually inside the building in which the would-be assassin was on the roof of that building. Like you said, there was over 20 minutes in which the shooter had been spotted.